Hi, everyone. My name is Stephen Edwards, and I am your AI business guy, and welcome to another edition of Expert Advisors. This week, we are going to be doing Daniel Priestley, and tell you a little bit of what I do. I'm an independent consultant with a company called Simple Academy, and we are a think tank group of about 130 of us, fractional professionals in all different professions, but we've been brought together to mastermind AI in the workplace. So I'm proud to be part of that group. And today what we're going to do is one of my favorite ways of using AI. So my goal here today is maybe show you something new, a different way to use AI that you've never thought about doing before. And that is actually using real people, real experts, people who are legendary as far as ideas are concerned, and then bring those people virtually into the room with us via AI to help us solve our personal business problems. Today, Daniel Priestley would be it, but the format and the formula works for pretty much anybody that you can imagine. We've had a number of other people along the way. Brene Brown comes to mind. We've done, even Albert Einstein has come to mind. So grasp that concept and understand that we can use them to be our personal business coach, a personal just-in-time business coach, and they're there on demand to help us with whatever we need, whenever we need it. Okay. My partner here today is I'm going to bring him on stage here shortly, is Michael Copeland, and he owns a company called Stormio AI, and I have been a partner with him. And Stormio is a great fantastic tool, and I'm going to bring him on stage now, and maybe he can tell us more about his tool. And I know he's got some specific AI stuff that he's working on right now that I'm sure he's going to be very excited to tell us about. So, Michael, come on stage with us.
Hello. Yeah, I'm Michael Copeland.
Hang on one second, Michael. Let's try this. Michael Copeland. Let's give it up for Michael Copeland.
Look at that.
I've been dying to try that.
Yes, I'm Michael Copeland, Stormio AI, and although over the weekend, over Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and all that stuff, I launched AI Call Center, and it's actually built on top of Stormio. So, if your phone rings and you don't answer it, you're missing out, and that's basically what AI Call Center is. It's designed for solopreneurs, small business owners. If your phone rings and you don't answer, whoever's calling is just going to call the next person. So, for the price of, I don't know, you already missed the Cyber Monday deal, the Black Friday to Cyber Monday deal, but I still got a deal going on until the end of the year. So.
Yeah. And anybody's watching out there in the LinkedIn world, we got LinkedIn, and I think we got YouTube.
We're going live on YouTube as well, yes.
Okay, so if anybody has any questions about either what I'm doing or what Michael does, just comment in any form whatsoever, and we'll make sure to circle back with you. I do not have an AI call center yet, but I am going to be a customer of Michael's, and I did do the demo of his, and it's amazing. Basically, I was talking to an AI bot, and she was able to answer so many questions about Michael's business. But then she turned it on me and said, "Tell me a little bit about your business." And I did so, and just with a little bit of information, we flipped it and went to a kind of a role play where she was on the phone answering questions to would-be callers about my business. It was amazing. Very well done, Michael.
Yeah, it took a long time to get that prompt to work right, because I have to learn about, I have to get the AI receptionist to ask you questions about your business, and then pretend to be your receptionist for your business, and then you have to pretend to be your customer, and we do it all on the same call, right? So it's it took a little bit to get that to work just right, but man, after a whole bunch of different calls in different industries and different professions and stuff like that, I have I have 3 other meetings today about it. So
Fantastic.
yeah,
Michael, here's what we're going to do today, Michael. You play along. We're going to do this together, and we're going to focus on you today and solve maybe working with you on your own. But afterwards, you will have the ability to take yourself through the same thing that we're doing now. So if you want to have ChatGPT up, that's my favorite AI tool, and possibly Notebook LM, you can have those up.
okay.
You won't necessarily need them, but they'll be there and handy for you should you. Okay, that work? And anything that I'm going through with Michael today, if anybody wants to do a one-on-one session with me and do something similar, either with Daniel Priestley or I've got another of other programs that we can go through, I do the first one for free. So just let me know you'd like to do that, and we'll make that happen. And I think that's all I need to do for setup. So you ready to get started, Michael?
I'm ready. And Daniel Priestley, I've just found him. He's relatively new to me, but he's not new to business. I can tell you that. Like he's I follow him on YouTube, and a lot of his videos are absolutely great.
Mm-hmm. And I've got a number of people like Daniel Priestley kind of already made and pre-built that I've taken the time to do that. But the concept works with anybody you want. If you want Robin Williams, for example, to be your guide in life, we can definitely build one for Robin Williams or anybody you choose to do so. As long as they have some kind of public existence, we can make it work. So. All right.
That would be interesting to do Robin Williams.
Yeah, and it's not just one person too. I mean, you've done this, I think, which I've not done, is basically build your own advisory board out of a number of people. We're only going to bring one person today, but you can make this concept work and build your own board of advisors using the same function and understanding. All right, let me go to sharing my screen. All right, so here's what we're going to be doing, Michael. As you know, it's my belief now, after working with AI for a couple of years now, that you don't learn for learning's sake. You learn because you have a need to apply what you learn, and in many cases, you don't start from a blank slate either, entirely from a blank slate. It kind of works best if you've got any problem in life. We're talking about business problems, but it could be any problem in life. It's good to go ahead and start with an already existing framework. And what I mean by framework is, in this case, it could be a book or a series of books by a particular author or speaker or anyone. And that's kind of what we're going to do today. We're gonna work with Michael. We're going to work with some problems he may be facing in his business, and the centerpiece being the problem to solve. I'm going to be kind of the intermediary with Michael and him and me, and we're going to add some of his context and data. We're going to be kind of working at this as a panel using AI. And for those who don't know, many of you do, who know me, that my AI bot, his name is Pam. And She's going to be helping. We don't have we have a panel of three today. We have Pam, or actually four. We have Pam, myself, Michael, and Daniel Priestley. We're all going to be working on this. And the framework we're going to be working through is some of Daniel Priestley's works, well-known works that he's known for. Does that make sense to you, Michael?
Yeah, that's I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited.
Okay.
And man, that opening video is like, man, it really gets you going. Bam.
Okay, pumped up. And Michael built that video for me. So I'm kind of the coach and the trainer and so forth, but I teach more from AI from the ground up. But when you get into more specific as the automation of AI, that's where I partner with Michael. So he's my AI automation specialist on the team. Okay. All right. Let me get going. I'm going to switch over here, and I'm going to go into ChatGPT. Michael, can you see that? Okay.
Not yet.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, I must have done something incorrectly here. Let's try this again. Share screen.
There we go.
All right. You see this all right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me check one thing out real quick. Okay, cool. All right, so I am in ChatGPT. This works on any LLM you choose, a large language model. If you like Gemini, it works on Gemini. If you like Claude, I have not really tried this on Perplexity, but it should work on Perplexity. What I teach is basically agnostic in nature, that I don't care which framework you choose to use it from. We're gonna do things and we're gonna do things that'll work on most any platform, with a few exceptions today, because I'm going to show you some of the custom stuff I've built as well. But here's what I'm going to do, Michael. I'm going to start by building a new project. And I am, as I do most projects, I'm going to call this one Pam the Michael Copeland Coach. All right, so we're going to build a project as Pam, the Michael Copeland Coach. And now those who don't know projects, we can build several individual chats all underneath this umbrella. And as you're doing this, it kind of works collectively together. All right. One thing I do want to add is I'm going to go out and search for a LinkedIn profile for Michael. So let's see if I can find one.
See, this is one of the things that when I use AI, I don't give it I don't think I give it enough context, and you start with, I'm just going to give it all this information about Michael right now, his LinkedIn profile, whatever else you have. And it's great. I actually have a mastermind group, and we all did personality assessments, on like 16personalities.com. And I think we did DISC assessments. I put all that stuff into the mastermind group. So anything in the mastermind group project, and man, it really, so I should probably give you those too, right? My DISC assessment. So there's more context.
You should. Why don't you? I don't know if we want to take time. Do you have them handy? You can certainly do that.
I would have to search for them, but I could find them.
Okay. Well, if you want to do them quickly now, we can, or we can create a file for you going forward. Either way, whatever you think works best.
Let's create a file for me going forward, because I have to search for them just a little bit.
Okay. An important note on this, those who may be, so I've got one file in here. I don't know what the limit is, but you can add, I've added up to 14 different files under a project. So I know that amount works. And what it's going to do is basically going to tap into the information that's in this file and use that with every single conversation we are doing under the project of Pam, the Michael Copeland Coach. Does that make sense? And one important note, if if you dabbled around with AI some, and you're getting familiar with it, you know how important that prompt engineering is. Correct, Michael?
Yeah. I
Well,
mean, when it
equally,
comes down to it, that's
what I am
the
finding
main
out that
thing.
equally important to prompt engineering is context engineering. The better the context on the input, the better your solution is going to be. So it's a 1-2 combination. It's not just the prompt engineering, it's prompt engineering plus context engineering working together as a 1-2 punch. Today, the only thing I put Michael LinkedIn profile, so we're going to use that. So that's not a whole lot of context, but we'll be able to make it work in this demo. So Michael, when you do this on your own,
I have my spiritual gifts survey that I did. I'm trying. I was trying to find my DISC assessment and stuff like that, but I will find it, and we can definitely use it at another time. Unless if I find it, I'll send it to you.
Okay. All right. I am just going to get started. I'm going to start talking to Pam. Let's say
Okay.
hello, Pam.
Yeah, I just have to search my hard drive for it.
Sure. We'll make note and definitely do that going forward. You don't mind if I share this information, do you, Michael?
No. And with that said, I just found my DISC assessment.
Okay.
I'm trying to think, how do I get it to you real quick?
I would have to. You could.
I would have to email it to you and stuff like that. Yeah, we'll just have to use it on the next time.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh man, she's going to tell you what she learned about me based on my LinkedIn profile. I'm curious.
So we're just going to get started. This is a very generic prompt. So, hello, Pam, working with Michael. I've attached his LinkedIn profile. Take a few minutes to get familiar with him and tell me what you learned about him and how you can help him. We'll just start that as just a general starting point. Okay. He is an AI-driven marketing systems builder. Is that true, Michael?
Wow, that's pretty good. Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, he has nearly 2 decades of digital marketing experience. Is that true, Michael?
Yep, that's right.
He thinks in systems and leverage. That true?
Yeah.
He is not just a marketer, he's a systems architect and people development with a people development mindset. Speaking firsthand, I know that to be true. He values integrity. I don't know what fit is in this relationship. What does fit mean? Do you know what she's talking about there?
I don't know. It's that new slang, I guess, with the new kids talk about the way you look, your clothes. But I don't really care about that, to be honest.
You got some bling. You got some bling going on.
Maybe it means, like we fit together to work together, maybe. Because I mean, that is one thing. I won't work with somebody if we're not a fit to work with each other, then I just won't work with somebody. So
okay, that makes sense.
That's what it means.
Yeah, I think so. That makes sense. All right, he has a strong background in tech security and incident management. Is that true?
Yeah, man. When I worked, the ITIL certification at United.com. Actually, I worked for a .com, and then United came in, and then we, as in United Airlines, and we structured the whole United Airlines.com, the whole entire structure with the ITIL framework. So problem. Incident management, problem management, change management, all that kind of stuff. So, we implemented that at United.
Okay. So this is how Pam, just off the cuff, how she thinks she can help you. One, align your AI framework with your philosophy. Two, develop messaging that resonates with his value-driven style. Three, build a strategic collaboration map. Four, prepare you I think she's talking about me and you working together, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, which is fine, but I'm going to correct her here in a second because I want this to be focused entirely on you today. All right, help you coach him if that's the direction. Well, that's true. I mean, we try to coach each other based on our strengths, correct? Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, let's see. Michael is a seasoned marketer, technologist, and systems thinker who has fully embraced AI transformation. He values integrity and measurable results. You and he share a similar mission, and there is strong potential for collaboration, mutual amplification, and client-focused innovation. Very cool. Very cool. All right.
I agree.
So,
I agree.
I agree. So here's what I'm going to do now. So to get us started, we are going to, I'm going to take us to a different chat session. Hang on one second. You see this one?
Then when you're in a project, you can just like that chat was already made in that project, and then now you can just add a new chat in that project.
Yeah, and in this particular one, I'm actually going to go into a custom, and I'll tell you, anybody watching, I'm not going to tell you a lot of the how of what I'm doing now. If you want to know the how, I'd be glad to share that with you. Just pay attention to the possibility of things that I'm doing today would be the key. So I created something called a custom GPT. I call her Pam, the expert whisperer. So we're going to use Pam, the expert whisperer, and how she works is I'm just going to get her started, wake her up. I'm ready to prepare for this week event. And my week's event is we are working with Daniel Priestley as our expert. So what we want to do is just get to know Daniel Priestley just a little bit. Okay, so that's what this is designed to do. I should come back with some information about Daniel. Daniel Priestley is a globally recognized entrepreneur, best-selling author, and business growth strategist. He is co-founder of Dent Global, a business accelerator that helped thousands of entrepreneurs grow their ventures by building personal brand assets and scaling with purpose. You've read some of his stuff, or you know about him? Is there anything you want to personally add about Daniel, Michael?
One of the things that that I like about him is when he talks to somebody and he's like, well, if you have an idea, well, just put up a landing page and get people on your wait list. Mm-hmm. Like that's it. Like get people on your wait list, get people interested, see if people are interested, and if there's enough people on the wait list, then you can launch your thing. And if not, then maybe do something else.
Okay.
I like how he does the validation kind of piece.
Okay. All right. So I've asked for part of this custom is to say, well, if he has any notable books, what are some of he may be more well known for? Do you know any of these books personally, Michael?
No. I've only really just followed him on YouTube.
Okay. So the reason I asked this is that we are going to take. Well, let's go through. Let's just scan through this very quickly. So I got some key ideas and values that of his, why he's relevant now.
I mean, personal branding is something that I think is what I've seen. Obviously Pam already said that I kind of have this experience and everything, and what I've seen over the past probably 12 to 18 months is with AI becoming as prominent as it is, and now you can just have Sora make videos of you. which is what I did during that whole Black Friday, Cyber Monday promotion. People aren't going to know who the real person is. And so now that's why the personal brand is so much more important, because people want to follow people, not people's AI. And so I saw something about personal brand in here. I would like to focus on that if we can.
Sure.
See, it says personal branding there. And
okay. So what I'm going to do here, the reason I brought this up, so I'm going to actually copy this. We're going to go back into our other chat session. So we're back in here now. Can you see this all right, Michael?
Yeah.
All right. And for those who don't know, Michael's familiar with this now. What you see on the bottom is not something that most people will see in ChatGPT. This is a custom Chrome extension. And basically what it does is it helps you with your prompt engineering, wordsmithing your prompt engineering. And so it has the opportunity, you can start with something, it will help you perfect that, it will give you feedback. Once you have something you like, you can save it. And then once it's saved, you can tap into it. And so I'm going to tap into one now. So I'm going to go searching for it.
And I can tell you that, I don't know, for a year or something like that, Stephen's been using this. And I kept saying for the longest time, man, I need to get that. I need to get that. I need to get that. And finally, one time while we were live, I'm like, I'm getting it right now. And I got to tell you, it's amazing. I don't use it as much as I should, but it is amazing.
So all I've done, so that I just copied that into it, so it copies automatically. And what I've substituted is that we're going to give a 1,000-word summary of the main concepts in Key Person of Influence by Daniel Priestley.
Okay.
And I am going to say Michael Copeland's goals. And Pam doesn't know, because she hasn't had a one conversation, but what she's going to do is she's going to take his LinkedIn profile and kind of make the attempt to connect some of the dots and kind of imagine what his goals probably would be based on just his LinkedIn profile and description. Does that make sense, Michael?
Yeah.
All right. So let's just see. Let's see how she does with this. Let's see. Make sure there's nothing else I need to add. I don't think so. It's a very simple prompt. So we'll do this. See what she comes up with. She's talking my work with you. That's fine. That's fine. We'll use it for demo purposes. We'll use it. So key person of influence, using the metaphor of building a lighthouse in a stormy sea of noise. They build like a lighthouse doesn't chase opportunity. It doesn't road toward prospect. It stands in one place, shining a strong, unmistakable beam that draws the right ships toward it. Okay. This is the heart of the...
I actually like that. I've been using being a beacon, which goes right with lighthouse.
Yeah.
Right. So that's perfect, because it attracts, people see it and then it attracts you, which kind of also goes along with personal branding. Yeah.
All right. So this is the heart. So it's especially relevant to your work with Michael, because he's already building something powerful with AI-powered marketing systems, Stormio AI, and automated follow-up ecosystems. The KPI method simply helps you both turn the beam into something so bright that market orients around you. Let's explore the 5 pillars of becoming a lighthouse. Number 1, the pitch, the lighthouse blueprint. Before a lighthouse is built, someone must create the blueprint. The blueprint answers a simple question: what problem does this lighthouse exist to solve? Pretty good. Second piece, publish, lighting the beam. Once the blueprint exists, the lighthouse must begin shining. This is the role of publishing. Publishing is not about writing the perfect book or article. It's about demonstrating. Okay. Productize the lighthouse machinery. A lighthouse is more than a tower. It runs on machinery that keeps the beam steady, reliable, and 24/7. In business, productization is that machinery. Most experts rely on bespoke services that require too much manual labor. KPI teaches that influence grows when your ideas are turned into these various things. My workshop is workshops.
Yeah.
We're doing one now today. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, signature program workshops. Obviously, I build automated systems, but it's those. But it's all of it. I mean, it's really all of that. The methodologies is kind of, I think, the ground is like part of that ground layer that everything is kind of built upon. Yeah, this is good. I haven't read that book, but I'm gonna definitely. I mean, well, I guess we'll keep going. Let's see.
Okay. All right. Number 4, profile. Making the lighthouse visible on the map. A lighthouse that isn't maritime on maritime maps may as well not exist. The same goes for thought leaders with weak or inconsistent visibility. KPI emphasizes that your profile is not vanity, it's signaling. People follow signals long before they follow you. Very cool.
Yeah, and so where it just said, if you scroll back up a little bit, it says for Michael, building a strong profile means showing up clearly as an AI marketing systems builder. Like, that's personal branding for me right there. And then your brand, the AI business guy, like they all kind of like go together.
All right, let's move on. Partnerships, connecting the lighthouse network. Finally, no lighthouse stands alone. They form networks, coastal systems that work together to guide sailors safely. Partnerships in KPI multiply influence faster than any other force. Not revenue partnerships alone, but co-created workshops, cross-promoted systems, shared frameworks, joint audience value, and complementary expertise. And I think us being on this now is a good example of us putting that together.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. All right. Very, very cool. Now, here's what I'm going to do. See why this matters for Michael's goals. And a final thought. Every idea and a key person of influence reinforces the same metaphor. You don't chase the boats, you build the signal that guides them. I like that.
Yeah.
And once the lighthouse is built,
that's personal branding.
Once the lighthouse is built, the right ships always find their way home. I like that. Very cool. Yeah. So that is very simple. I'll tell you what I'm going to do with this, Michael. I'm going to take this. I'm just going to copy this part of it. And now I'm going to come into
Notebook.
Notebook LM. And actually,
you definitely use Notebook LM way more than I do. Although there are a few new features that are in there that I am taking massive advantage of.
So for those who don't know Notebook LM, it's if I had this in college to study, it would be outstanding. So how Notebook LMs works is, and it's a Google product, and what you're looking at now is the free version of this. And there's no difference really between the free and the paid version other than the number of notebooks that you can create and the number of resources that you can put in each notebook. That's really the only difference between the two. So you can see here, this is a collection of notebooks. And let's just go in one that I can quickly show you. If we go into a notebook, on the left-hand side is just a number of sources that you can use. And it works kind of similar to AI, but the only difference is, so you can have a chat conversation here in the middle, but the only thing that's different, it's only going to pull the answers from what you loaded up with as sources to provide those answers. Those are the basic differences there. Now, I have just noticed that I have run out of space in my free version. So to make this work today, I am going to go into my paid version. And can you see this now, Michael?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to create a new notebook here. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to paste that text that I brought over earlier. I'm going to paste it into it and paste it there. Now we've got a source. If you can imagine, we can bring a number of sources. One thing I did want to demonstrate, so I'm going to let this work on its own as we go talk about other subjects with only one source. You can have in the paid version up to 300 different sources here. In the free version, you can have up to 50 sources. For a demo today, I'm only going to use this single source to demo it. But why we talk about other things, I'm going to have it create both an audio overview and a video overview. And it's just going to use the information that's over here. Okay.
Have you used the infographic and slide deck?
I've used everything.
Man, I got to tell you.
Actually, the infographic, those two things on the bottom are new. Actually,
they are new. And I got to tell you, the infographic, both of them work better than I expected. And, you know, you can click the little pencil and actually type in a prompt of what you wanted to do with the information. But man, I'm for graphic elements, man, I mean, I actually did it for AI call center. I literally made a presentation. I just had to do the slide deck and I just recorded it right then. Yeah, it does a great job. I mean, I love Notebook LM, and I know that I say it all the time when we're together. People are sleeping on Notebook LM. It is one of the best things that you can do, and it's worth paying for. But if you have like Workspace by Google, you already have the paid version.
Michael, is I'm going to bring your LinkedIn profile in here as well. We might want to interact here also. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and bring that in also.
And I'm going to send you all of my other assessments too. I have my DISC assessment and even the spiritual ones too. I'll just send it all to you. Might as well.
Okay. Well, I have noticed that I am missing a file that I need, so I'm going to go out and find that file. Michael, do you want to entertain our guests while I go looking for that file? You can talk about whatever
you know what? What I'll
to.
do is I'll pull up my Notebook LM and I'll show them some examples of the infographics and stuff like that.
Perfect. I'm going to stop sharing. Well, actually, I'm going to remove mine from stage, keep it available, and then you can start sharing yours. And I'll go look for that file.
All right. Let me share my screen. Over here, this one. All right, so let me think. Oh, I did it with Loyal Fuel. So Loyal Fuel is a loyalty program for food trucks. Again, it's built on top of Stormio AI. At least version 1 is. And I was doing research between two different apps, Belly and Untapped. And so I said, this is the infographic. And I said, kind of look at both of these businesses and tell me. So let me show you this infographic. And it really, let me zoom in here. It really tells you, because I want, whoa. It really kind of, I'm like, give me the pros and cons of both of these apps, and then let's make Loyal Fuel out of this. And so that's what it did. It took the best things out of both of those things, out of both of those apps, and now it made what Loyal Fuel is going to be about. Effortless plug and play setup, one app for all your favorite food trucks, live location menu updates. Like, all of these things are the best things from both of those apps, Untapped and Belly.
That's awesome.
And so it did the research, and it created this this right here. Also, I did one for let me break in whenever you're ready. Here's the one for AI Receptionist.
I don't keep running with what you got, but I have found what I'm looking for. Okay.
Here's what I did for AI Receptionist. This is another infographic. Never miss a customer call again. You know, I can't even remember, but I mean, it made this graphic. You know, I gave it. I don't even remember what I gave it. I just gave it the website. I just gave it the link to the website. That's what I did. And I gave it a prompt: stop losing money to voicemail. Let's see what this infographic looks like. Stop losing money to voicemail. The problem: the high cost of missed calls. If you miss a call, you lost opportunity. You have frustrated callers go elsewhere, damage reputation and growth. But the solution is AI Call Center. Never miss a call. 24/7 availability. Deliver seamless human-like service. Like, this made this graphic, and I can literally take this graphic and just put it online and use it. I mean,
and how much effort did it take you to make that?
To be honest, it took me. I gave it a source. I gave it the source, which is literally the website. I think I went to the website and copied it in here, or I just added the source and then added the URL, and then I literally just clicked infographic, and then I clicked the slide deck too, and it made a slide deck.
That's amazing.
Now, I mean, I would use, and I am actually using this graphic here. I'm using this graphic that it made for the slide deck, and I'm using this graphic that it used for the slide deck.
That's amazing. I have not. I love it. I'll call Michael a student. So I was a AI coach for him a long time, and I love it when my students get smarter than I am, and he's definitely done it in this case.
Well, I mean, I just used the new feature that popped up, but I still consider myself a novice when it comes to Notebook LM. You're definitely way more advanced and use it way more than I do. But I'm going to remove my share so you can share. Perfect.
Okay. All right. And I'm going to add.
Yeah, Notebook LM. I probably never would have used it if it wasn't for Steven.
I don't know how I kind of stumbled into it, and I was like, I've been using since I stumbled into it, using ChatGPT and Notebook LM side by side. It's one feeds the other, and it's a full flywheel as far as I'm concerned.
I agree. When you create the sources basically in ChatGPT and bring those over to Notebook, you can also have Notebook search for other sources.
Yeah.
You know, like I get YouTube videos, for example, like Daniel Priestley, for example. I could find one of his YouTube videos and be like, this is great. I'm going to bring it into Notebook LM and then say, create me a guide, create an SOP from this video, and it'll do it. And then I can also tell it, find other sources that talk about this thing. I have one on personal branding. I did exactly what I'm telling you on personal branding.
Very cool. I'm going to have to play around with it. You've got me excited. All right. I'm going to go back on stage and actually come over to this tab. Can you see this one? What would Daniel Priestley do? Okay.
Yeah.
Again, this is a custom GPT that I made, and I can see now that it was originally made in 4.0. We're going to change that and just make it auto now, be a little bit smarter than it was. how this works. We're going to wake up Pam and just say, let's get started here. Pam's going to give me some advice. Because basically said she wants to know what I'm working on right now. But before we get started, I am going to bring Michael's information in again because I want her to use his information. I often comment about AI and doing this. It's kind of like prescriptions, and I use the information like if you were an eye doctor. When you go into an eye doctor, you don't go in and just say, I want to see better. And they give you a set of glasses and say, well, here you go. You're all set.
Right.
It's a matter of building a prescription that's unique to each and every individual. And that's what AI is able to do. And when we go back to the book part of this, when we created the book summary, what I didn't express, which Michael knows now, but with AI, instead of, you can take any book off the shelf that you want to read. In the past, the attempt was, I got to read the book and then apply, somehow figure out what in this book applies to me and then apply my life to the book. With AI, we don't have to do that. We don't have to read the entire book. We can definitely pull the bits into our world that we need to concentrate on. And the book is adapting itself to us instead of vice versa, which I think that's one of my favorite ways to use AI is just to take any book and rewrite the book for me personally.
I mean, I created a, Alex Hormozi just did this $100 million money models, and then they created their own AI. If you were to donate, I think it was 200 books or something like that, then you can get access to their AI. Well, some of that AI leaked, and I used that in ChatGPT, and I created my own custom GPT I think it's called Hormozi's. And what it does is it takes Alex's mindset and his wife Layla's mindset, because she's the CEO of all these different companies, and they have different mindsets. And you can bring a business problem to them and they will, I talk about them, but it's really, I had AI go through and like, what does Layla Hormozi think about all of this stuff? And what does Alex think about this stuff? So they both agree a lot of the times, but then they have their own little things. And, when you create a custom GPT, you work with it until you get it to the right way. And then you just use that GPT over and over again. And when I'm building Loyal Fuel, AI call center, all that kind of stuff, all these different offers for either me or clients, I always run it through the Hormozis because, man, they have insight that I just don't have. I haven't built $100 million company. I haven't helped 1,000 companies start up. So
it's like having a hotline to these people directly. Say, Alex, I need some help. Here's my situation. What do you think? What should I do? And that's kind of how this works.
Absolutely. And it works. It works very well. And sometimes, here's one of the things, and I know Stevens talks about this too, is, to be an AI enabled person, right? AI enabled, whether you're thinking about your business or you're thinking about launching something, or you're thinking about how do I do a marketing campaign, you have an intern with a PhD in everything, and that's ChatGPT or whatever LLM you use, and just work with that on your idea, and you're going to learn a whole bunch of other things. When I work through AI, I got this book called, My Crazy Ideas book. It's every once in a while there's like this one line I'm like, ooh, I'm going to write that down, and I write it in there, and then I take everything that I've written and then I put that back into Notebook LM and that sort of thing. So when I work on that next, all that's in there. Because loyal fuel is a big deal. So
Michael's comment about the intern, it's an intern that if you're paying for the pro version of, not the team version, but the pro version of ChatGPT, it's $20 a month. I don't know any intern that'll work for $20 a month.
that's true.
Yeah, and available 24/7 and doesn't call out sick. One thing to note too, this is a deeper conversation, but I did want to point out about what the AI tipping point is. Do you know what the AI tipping point is, Michael?
No, I mean, I think so, but maybe.
Okay. I'll explain it, and we are practically there. In fact, we may be there and beyond it at this point. The AI tipping point is at what point does the AI get smart enough and good enough that they're doing knowledge-based work to the same level as an expert would do that. And when 4.0 was out, it was doing work at a 48% clip, meaning that if you compared her output or AI output with an actual expert in the subject matter, that the subject matter expert was winning the work 52% of the time, and the AI was winning the work 48% of the time. So nearly a coin flip. All right. Yeah. So let's just now, that's 4.0. So let's just now call it a coin flip. So 50% of the time AI is better, other 50% of the time the subject matter expert is better. That is pretty cool. But AI is working at a clip that is at minimum 10 times faster than the actual expert is working.
Yep.
And for $20 a month.
Yeah.
All right. So here's what I've done here. So I've got this. This is a custom GPT, and basically I'm going to hijack it a little bit and let Pam know that we're working with Michael. I've attached his LinkedIn profile. I am here working as an interviewer, but you, Pam, and Daniel Priestley and I are here to help Michael. Not here to help me, here to help Michael. Please make sure all your and Daniel Priestley's advice is directed to him. See if this does the trick. We are all here to support Michael. I reviewed Michael's LinkedIn profile and background, and from here onward, all coaching insights will be directed to Michael. So talking to you, Michael. And we're not going to be able, we got about 8 minutes remaining. We're not going to get through this entire thing. But again, the purpose is to set this up so that you can see some possibilities of how this would work. Michael, you can take this on your own and finish it. Anybody who wants to do this with me, I'd be glad to do so. The first one is free. Just comment in any way, and I'll make sure to circle back with you. And as we're closing things up, if you have some interest in what Michael does, just make sure your comments are there as well. And between the two of us, we make sure that we will circle back with you. Okay. So Michael, let's take this as far as we can in the few minutes we have. Task 1 is to clarify your obstacle.
Let's go with B.
Going to go with B. Okay.
Right. I'm looking at personal branding. You know. And the one of the reasons why I'm doing so much study with personal branding is because it's what I see that needs. It's the future, and I also need to do it for me so I can do that for my clients. So I'm always the guinea pig. I don't really take somebody's money and try to figure it out. I use my own money on my own self, figure stuff out, and then I take the best of what I learned and do that for clients.
Okay, so we got the current obstacle is generating predictable inbound opportunities, leads, partnerships, speaking, publicity.
Ooh.
So task number 2 is a clarifying question. Which of these best describes why inbound opportunities aren't flowing the way you want?
Ooh, that's I guess I would say A.
Okay.
I would say A. I would say my personal brand needs
Okay. So if you can only pick one, you're going to choose A, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go with that. What you notice that Pam is asking questions one by one, and she's trying to get clarity. Once she feels she has enough clarity of the situation, she's going to try to come up with a solution. Okay. So,
Yeah.
all right. So we're dialing in on your message pitches and cutting through. People don't instantly get Stormio AI or your value. Okay. This should be task 3, I would think. All
No,
right.
maybe it's
Let's
a clarifying question, I guess.
clarifying question number 2. When people do hear your pitch or skim your profile, what's the main failure point?
Let's see. Ooh. I'm going to go with C.
Okay. They can't tell what makes you different from other AI marketers. Okay.
I mean, if they just talk to me, they'll probably figure it out. But I don't want them to have to talk to me to figure it out.
All right. So people can't tell what makes you different from other AI marketers and tools. So task 2, clarifying question number 3, which of these best describes the type of differentiation you want to be known for?
Let's see. Ooh, let's go with C, personal brand.
Okay.
That's the future. That's the biggest thing of 2026 that people need to focus on is personal brand. I already have stuff that I'm doing and gonna be releasing and stuff like that based
Okay.
on.
All right. So she's asked some clarifying questions along the way. But now, based on those clarifying questions, she thinks she's got it together that she can start suggesting some
Oh, I
solutions.
see.
All right. So the solution, excuse me. Solution 1, become a key person of influence. That's coming from the book. All right. So
Yeah.
these are statements that she's saying that perhaps you want to be able to say. All right. Solution 2, build a pitch that cuts through or oversubscribes. Okay. Build a pitch that cuts through. Okay. What I would do and why I would do it this way.
Yeah. Okay.
Solution 3, create a scalable product or ecosystem. This is coming from the book 24 Assets. What I
Uh-huh.
would do, why I would do it this way. Solution 4, produce weekly authority content. Same thing, what I would do and why I would do it this way. Solution 5, build a network of champions. Okay. And so we've got 5 possible solutions. So if you could only pick one of those solutions for now.
Man, I was gonna say I would do 4 and 5.
Okay. We
But
are
if I have
running
to
out
pick
of time.
one, I would pick
Yeah,
4.
can I pick one? Number 4?
I would do 4, yeah.
All right. Okay.
Now I know that we're just a few minutes out here.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say, how can people get a hold of you if they want to work with you?
Yeah, let me I'll tell you the easiest way, as you're watching this, easiest way is just to post any kind of comment whatsoever, and I will reach out to you. That's the easiest way. Okay.
Okay, gotcha.
You can also find me on LinkedIn and connect with me there, Stephen Edwards, and your AI business guy is the profile you'd be looking for. All right, so we are going to stop at this step 5, but it's getting into, it's not only good to, here's a solution, but in what time frame do we want to execute the solution? So we will stop this particular assignment right there. I am going to go back and check on Notebook LM.
Oh yeah, because you had it do a video and an audio. Yeah.
Okay. Actually, it has some trouble with the video piece of it. All right, we'll go back and create that. Don't know what the problem was, but we can listen in on the audio piece, and what the audio piece is going to be kind of like a two-person podcast. So let's just listen in just a little bit of it.
All right. I don't hear anything.
Okay, hold on 1 second. I think there is a setting that I was supposed to have clicked, and I did not do that. Unfortunately, I think Michael.
Wait, hold on. Oh, can't unmute. Oh, interesting. I was going to say, edit. Can I unmute it on the studio? But I can't. I don't know if you can.
Is it on mute?
It says it says unmute screen audio, but I can't because it says can't unmute your guest screen. They aren't capturing audio. So maybe when you share it, you have to share it with audio. I guess I never.
Yeah, I think there was an option there that I should have chosen to select that I did not. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to demonstrate that, but we do it next time we're together. Do these roughly once a month, the AI expert. We are going to change format a little bit going forward, so stay tuned for that. But Michael, do you have any questions before we sign off?
I mean, no, not really. I mean, when it comes down to it, I really think that people are missing out on Notebook LM, man. And Notebook LM is, I think you need to do a training on Notebook LM.
All right, well, maybe that's what we'll do. We'll do a dedicated session just on Notebook LM instead of a complimentary session. All right, so we're going to sign off. Michael, it's always a pleasure. Thanks for helping me out, and thanks for being my my teammate in this AI space. Let me do this. Yeah, there's a Michael.
That's for both of us.
Okay, all right. So we're going to sign off. But again, if anybody has any questions, I do have programs. I'm the coach, the trainer piece of this AI team, and Michael takes what I do and kind of creates AI automation from it. So we're a good team working together. So if anybody has any questions about what either of us does, just comment in any way possible, whatsoever, and we will circle back and reach out to you. So that's all I have for today. Thanks for being, Michael, thanks for being with me. And for anybody out there in the audience, thanks for being with me as well. All right.
Yeah. Reach out and we'll get a hold of you or wherever you're seeing this live, comment and, or I guess on the recording, comment and we'll get back to you.
Sounds good. The recording will be available. The replay will be available for a little while. I'm not sure how long, but if you want to see it, I'll push anybody who has signed up for this, but weren't able to make it. I'll make sure I'll get the replay out to you, and it will be available on my LinkedIn profile for a little while. Okay.
Awesome.
All right. Thanks, everyone. See you soon.